This week I watched too much Muhammad Ali and Fraser fight. I think that's why I try to little bit like move Muhammad Ali, but I have to watch how I move. Like jab, jab, move, jab, jab. Not hard punch, jab, jab, move, jab. Sometimes take down, jab, move. To be honest, like my mind, I wanna stay 25 minutes. That's why I think so long fight.
Hello! Khabib was literally practicing Ali-inspired moves in the arena, testing techniques and styles, that innately demonstrates a level of comfort, a level of relaxation beyond human. He is a bear. Now, on the other hand, this supreme mentalist position has showed another face. If he could consistently do the same thing over and over again via grappling to soundly earn a victory, why would he take the risk and open himself up to shots? He did get countered, he did get clipped, and it appeared the two most notable strengths in his stand-up were his stiff jab and grappling pressure. The constant fear down low innately lowered his opponent's attention for shots up high, and surprisingly, Khabib's footwork has gotten a lot better as well. But even Joe Rogan appeared surprised during this match. From Khabib's stand-up, it told way too much to anyone who's paying attention. It's why Ireland's SBG took interest in Khabib instantly after the fight, because there were a lot of principles they knew they could take advantage of if Khabib decided to relish in the stand-up again. Nonetheless, his performance was very dominant and Al was definitely a tough contender who did not display even an ounce of give. Usually, versus Khabib, you can tell when his opponents have mentally broken. That sigh of disappointment where their spirit breaks because they are simply being mauled with little to no capacity to feed and answer back. Khabib is easily, if not the most terrifying contender in the division, because when we watch him, it's not that he finishes his opponents, but instead puts them in a position where they have no choice but to embrace his will over and over again. When Khabib gets his hands on you, he puts you in a place where you simply have no say. That said, Al, by remaining composed and game throughout this entire match, he showed us exactly why he is a UFC caliber contender. Now, on another note, despite the Artem Conor controversy, which I'm certain helped break gate records by pulling the casual onlooker into the conversation, aside from that, Khabib is a role model, a man who carries himself in a way that makes the people of Dagestan, the people of his country and religion, all he represents. Khabib makes it look very good. His values, to be humble, the absolute respect for his father, to be warm and compassionate to the people, compassionate to fighters as he's mauling them, we can keep going. His little value for material wealth, his desire to leave a positive legacy for his people, thus a source of impact, inspiration. If you consider these characteristics innately, they belong to a man any society would be proud to have in its members. That's what Khabib is. His father teaching martial arts to reduce crime amongst youth. The world of Dagestan is a very harsh environment, enveloped in chaos. But by being enrolled in his father's martial arts teachings from birth, Khabib was born forged to be a warrior fighting chaos and dismay for his people. That's what all of this has been about for Khabib. If he could retire now, on the Ariel Helwani podcast, he said he would. But at the wish of his father, and in the promise of a heroic legacy for his people, the man chose to instead clench his fist and maul forward. Let's now take a closer glance at a few of the moments that have really stood out. First, notice how he feints the jab before going for the single leg. The last time, Al left the distance by planting one hand on Khabib's head and the other on the shoulder. But Al, by attempting the same technique and this time missing, we begin to see Khabib's true strength, persistence. Like a vice grip, he has the ankle, and thus you can see, Al attempts to shake him off. He's using everything he has to squirm himself free. But the bear has him, bear trapped. Now you see, as the little mistakes and errors add up, Khabib asserts a better position. Here, with Al's foot now over shoulder, Khabib walks past Al's range of flexibility, inevitably tumbling him into Khabib time. Off the bat, you must note how physically strong Khabib is. It's like there was nothing Al could do to shake him off. The moment Khabib had the leg, his insane muscular endurance had Al stuck in glue. Now this is one of Khabib's favorite positions. Khabib's grip is insane. When you're up against that cage, look at Al try to stand up into a more vertical position, but Khabib just muscles him off footing horizontally. You try to shake and squirm, but with technique and sheer strength, It's like you're battering against an iron cage. Futile, as you're just wasting energy. Here, Al, with his foot against the cage, he's fighting the strength Khabib is exerting. The weight on lead leg, the back leg is vulnerable. High crotch, to trip. Al falls back into the depths of Khabib time. No one can hear you scream. It is just miserable fighting Khabib. He doesn't explode through you like Rashad did to Rampage, who at the time had an insane takedown defense ratio. Instead, Khabib's superior strength just persistently forces itself on you until he attains a superior position. Thus, as you gas trying to fight him off, Khabib still has the iron clasp of a bear trap. His childhood training regimen with bears probably had something to do with it. Now, we see Khabib's Ali-inspired stand-up. He's even trash-talking as Ali would. This was working relatively well versus the Brooklyn boxer because of the takedown fear and energy Al had already expended. And it's interesting how Khabib's head barely moves when he's hit. It's like he has an iron rod running down his spine. His neck muscles are super strong. He rolls with the shots because of this, but overall, all he really had was the jab. His footwork has gotten a lot better, definitely a lot more natural. The jab is stiff, but was excellent in maintaining distance, almost like Gennady Golovkin, who, with his stiff and powerful jab, forces you onto the back foot. Khabib's jab isn't nearly as good as Gennady's, that's a whole nother level, but it still had a similar distancing stiff feel. It's his powerful deltoid muscles as he steps into the jab. It was definitely changing Al's complexion, but as you can tell, when he follows through with his backhand, it feels forced. This made him very telegraph. It looks like a lot of kinetic energy is wasted, and for the most part, Al could see the more powerful shots coming a mile away. If Khabib versus Conor, I could definitely see Khabib fatiguing him through constant Khabib time or Khabib time attempts, but Conor's stand-up, his striking technique and stand-up IQ in general is just on a whole nother dimension. Just like the other two titans of the division, Tony Ferguson and Conor McGregor, Khabib is as unique as they come. Looking forward into the future, who knows what is to come. Conor appears to be a match desired by both, but considering the recent controversy, who knows if it is to happen. If it is, it may be one of the biggest events ever for that same reason. Mutual disdain from both fanning a flame, magnitude parallel to none. But honestly, I have no idea what the future holds. But I am shook with excitement, knowing the path these elites tread will be a privilege to watch. Thank you, Khabib, for continuing your journey thus far. The feelings you have held for your father and people, I'm certain it has all been heard. If you'd like more from me, please subscribe. It's definitely great for the channel. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. It's good karma. And until next time, peace.
I think Khabib will get the lightweight belt.